Space Podcast. This is episode 26 of the Homerow Podcast, and I am Joe, joined by the ever-lovely Doxy.
Why?
The ever-blurry Brian. Did you hear that one?
Hello.
There it is.
I'm already
It was the suspense.
defeated.
We're going to blame all of this on Winter Storm. Is it Jareth?
I don't know what's wrong.
Jareth?
Sure, that's what we're going with.
The Goblin Storm?
Yes. Doxy,
I
you
want
seem
so badly
pretty
for it to be
pumped.
Jareth. The Goblin King, man.
Oh,
David
Brian,
Bowie?
stay just like
Robert?
that for the entire show. And also joining us this fine evening is our wonderful guest, Mr. CKD.
It's me.
It
Hi.
is. So how is everyone? Brian, if you can hear us, feel free to chime in whenever, because we don't know what you're doing.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Yep.
man. These are like
I miss him already.
hard stops. Oh, there he is. 4 total polygons.
I don't know.
He straight up looks like a famous fucking painting right now.
He looks like the graphics from that old Out of This World. Did you guys play that
One
game?
of these days, I'm going to get good internet. I don't know when that is.
Said
looks
the
like-
man behind the box.
An extreme zoom up, like zoom in of a time splitter character.
Yes. These are early PSX graphics, folks.
Coming to you live from PlayStation 1.
I loved you in the Money for Nothing music video.
We gotta move these refrigerators.
I
Aww.
actually recorded this earlier, and I didn't.
I can at least make out his eyes.
Okay.
Well, and they're gone. And they're gone.
Don't start recording until you can see the whites of his eyes.
So this is episode number 25.
So, 26. Get it right, or pay the price. Camp on.
Also, I will get it right.
I was
will.
just thinking about that show like yesterday.
It came up in your stream the other night. Somebody asked about like famous camps. in
And I said
Anawana.
Camp Anawana.
And then I
I
sang
missed
the
that
entire
one.
song to myself.
Oh.
Thanks.
I'm actually acquaintances with the guy who played Sponge.
I don't remember Sponge.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember Sponge. I remember
Trevor Eister. He's a
remember
pretty
Donkey
cool dude.
Lips.
Sponge is the little nerdy one.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So this, we'll just let
Wait,
Brian.
wait. You're all sounding clear now.
You sound like shit.
Remember that
Burn.
peanut butter thing I said earlier?
Yeah.
The audio equivalent.
Can you?
Equivalent.
The audio
Equivalent said the eloquent one.
Equivalent.
Equivalent.
Equivalent. It's so good.
We can. Can you hear us? Okay. It's like a bad.
Yeah, I
volume
can hear you totally fine.
Oh, we can hear
It's,
you. You sound good.
I just can't talk, apparently. Oh, okay. Well, then let's go with it.
Let's.
Your
Yeah.
audio has gotten better.
Yeah. You should just change all your profile pictures to what is currently on the screen.
Mm.
There it is.
Well, I was thinking I did a Sega CD FMV before the show, and now it's playing.
Okay. We got it
yeah.
that time.
Sweet. Well, while we got him, let's move on.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, let's have a podcast.
It's the whites of his eyes. I see him.
Yeah, perfect. See, it's a good rule. Last week we did games of the year, our GOTYs, and so we didn't get a chance to talk about the big news, which was the Oculus pre-orders. And I'm very interested to see what this group has to say. Long story short, $599 is the price point. Pre-orders are taken. Kickstarter backers at $300 who got the DK1 will get a free Oculus consumer kit, which I think is pretty rad. But
Yeah.
I'll say my piece in a little bit. But Dox, what are you thinking?
I was way off. I really thought that they were going to be a lot less expensive. I really thought they were going to be a lot less expensive, but I think that that's my fault. I think the VR is going to be worth that kind of price, to be honest.
Sure.
Just I'm too poor to be able to get one in the foreseeable future, which is very sad. Very sad for me because I've been looking forward to this all my fucking life.
I think you're not alone. I think it's an expensive price point, but I heard some interesting takes
Yeah.
that I'd like to kind of throw out to the group. On the Giant Bombcast, Jeff Gersman said kind of compare it to the first iPhone. Like, I didn't buy the first iPhone. That's fucking crazy. I'm not paying $700 for a phone. It's outrageous, and the tech isn't that great. I think the Oculus is going to be a little further along. And I think $600 is actually pretty in line with a premium headset. And anytime a manufacturer comes out like before the release and starts saying like, oh, we're selling this thing at cost, like that should be a red flag to everybody. Like, oh, this might be a little more expensive than we were anticipating.
Mhm.
That being said, I want one very badly, but
Yeah.
I think the trip up for me is I would also have to upgrade to a 970, which I've got a 770 right now.
I also have a 770.
Yeah,
I
so on
need
top
a
of
new
the
one real bad.
$600, it's $300 extra dollars, right? Or at least 200 if I'm getting a good deal on one.
I forgot what I paid for mine.
Yeah, I think you can pick them up for at least at most like 350. But
I think I got mine for about 350.
yeah, so I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. Unfortunately, that's the cost of a new PC, a new rig altogether for me just to get not the DK, it's the Rift. But what do you think, CKD? Does that price shock you, or is it kind of like, okay?
It's more okay. I was off, but I wasn't that much off. I think this whole time I've been calling 500, and I've been just kind of scoffing at anybody that said like it's going to be like $200. And no, it's not. It so is not.
I thought it would be sub 4. I really did.
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to be about 5. 6 is not that shocking. It's pretty much to be expected. It's the first round of new technology. It's got to get through all of its weirdness with like manufacturing and like finding cheaper ways to do things, and yeah, it makes total sense to me.
Nice. Brian, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm really glad you let CKD go first because you all went like peanut butter on me, and now I'm guessing I'm peanut butter to you.
You're okay. Well, as I say,
first I was kind of shocked about the four. Yeah, well, so I was a little shocked at first hearing it to go above, like I thought the $400 mark would have been the nice sweet spot for consumers. But after hearing Michael Pachter talk about it on Factor on Sifted Games, I realized that that this device could have easily been up towards $1,000, and
Would still fly off the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the same boat as Joe. I only have a 60. Yeah, and I only have a 69.9 pump in power in order to get the headset. So I just can't do it at this point.
Okay, I think we got the gist.
There were good points in there from what we could pick out.
Yeah, so I think we're all kind of in the same boat where we would have to buy additional hardware to buy this hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention I didn't look into it, but I would be curious to know about power supplies. Like, I don't know if my current one would support or what kind of power draw that has, but that's just beside the point. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought there'd be, from the backlash I saw online, I thought there would be at least one of us that was
Like
waving
hopping mad.
Yeah, like waving the bullshit flag. Like, no way, you guys said that it was going to be this. Or I think the Kickstarter is probably where people started to get distracted by dollar signs, like thinking that things were going to be on the low end. And then once they get that sweet Facebook money, they were able to focus on making it a premium headset as opposed to Gear VR, or the super entry of Google Cardboard. But I think that's more of a not a gimmick, but kind of like, hey, look at this cool thing. Interesting to see will be February 26th. There's the end of February.
I think.
What, Brian? You're in pretty bad shape right now. Not too good.
Yeah, I don't know.
We got I don't know out of all that.
So if you can hear me, I think what it is one of the things I said in a previous podcast was just that how quick.
and we're losing visual altogether. Maybe this will help audio. Sometimes when this happens, Brian comes back strong.
Hmm. It's like when you break a bone and it heals stronger than it was.
Exactly. Well, that sucks because I'm pretty sure he had a decent point.
Yeah. I hope he remembers it when he's done talking.
Yeah, we'll be 3 topics down the line and be like, but wait, Oculus.
I had things.
Well, while this is happening, CKD, if you have a quick list of GOTYs that you want to talk about,
Yes,
that
I
would
actually
be
wrote down some.
do it.
Because I
excellent.
listened to the podcast and I was like, it sucks listening to this podcast while you actually kind of know the people in the podcast because you want to be part of the conversation, but you can't because you're just listening to a recording.
Sorry.
Yelling in
No,
your
so
room.
don't be sorry.
Oh, golly.
So what did I have? Got to find the thing. There you are.
For those
Okay.
watching the show, this is CKD, not Brian. I just switched the frame.
Yeah. It's me, Brian. No, hold on. I gotta.
Yeah,
It.
there you go.
Ian.
Oh, we should all get filters.
Low blow,
to
man.
hold up.
Low blow.
So it's not necessarily number one. This is in no real order, but the first thing I wrote down was Undertale. I love that game so much, but I've been thinking a lot about it, and I think the thing about Undertale is that if the route that I took through the game didn't exist, it might not have been. Like if I had just done the route through the game Doxy did and didn't keep playing after that, I probably would have said much what she said. And I think that's kind of a failing of the game
God
where
damn it, Quiglin.
where I felt like you could only get the maximum amount of enjoyment if you played it one certain way. I thought that was a shame. But even so, that is one of my favorite games of the entire year. Witcher 3, very much Witcher 3. I need to play it more. Such a good game.
It's just be careful because every time you say you need to play it more, you end up playing it until your eyes like crust over. So
That's fine because at this point I haven't touched it in about a month and a half. It's been hard for me to play a lot of games recently. I have been playing one game a lot, but it's nothing on this list.
I was surprised. Sorry to interrupt, but I think it was surprising to me was Witcher 3. You could actually get back into some of those games, RPGs in particular. Like if you take a break, it's really hard to get back into. But I was able
To
jump
catch your
back
stride,
Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I was able to jump.
Yeah,
back
it
in.
there aren't many RPGs I can think of that are like that. Witcher and like the Elder Scrolls and Fallout series, because they're so broken up
Yeah.
by like little things to do, it's easy to jump back in even if you don't remember what you're doing. It's easy to get your stride back and then kind of figure out where you were. Fallout 4, even though I can't play it still
Really?
because the last patch broke my controls and all my controls are doubled, so I can't do anything. It's horrible. So that when I could play it.
Oh, that's really sad.
There was a game, it was a point and click adventure. It was a little indie game called Dropsy. Where you're
yeah.
it's a clown that
Clown?
hugs people, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's adorable and it's great. And I had a little exchange with the composer on Twitter because I talked about how much I loved the soundtrack. It's really, really, really good. And I love the art style. I'm a huge sucker for good pixel graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And Phantom Pain, which is another game I need to get back into.
Well,
Nice.
An honorable mention to another indie RPG called Lisa that did not come out last year, but I played it last year.
Lisa is
All right.
fucking awesome. It's developed
Lisa
by a guy from
is-
Denver, actually. Like right down the
Lisa
road.
is one of my favorite games I've played in a long, long time.
You should link that to me or tweet it to me so that I can remember to look at it.
Will
Lisa?
do.
Oh,
I
think you
keep
dig
meaning
Lisa.
I keep meaning to look at it, yeah.
It's like twisted in all
And
the
then
right
just forget
ways.
about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird mix of emotionally intense and lighthearted goofy.
Yeah.
Like it's got a really specific sense of humor in this like sea of darkness. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
And
for
you,
it.
You can definitely
Sounds
see
like
the
depression.
Earthbound influences
Yeah.
too. It's good.
All right, so that was CKD's list of GOTYs while you were getting
CKD's list of games of the year. Do 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 do. Wow!
that's,
That was
yes,
the song.
Hell
that's
yeah.
what that was.
Always said we need
Yeah.
more bumpers.
So thanks guys for hanging in there.
Yeah, what were you saying?
So I was just saying it's not that I'm shocked about the $400. It's just that like I said in previous podcasts where it's about the amount of time it's going to take for full for everyone to kind of own a VR headset is going to be longer now, and that's not a bad thing. That
Yeah.
could be a good thing. That could give the software a time to catch up. So that's definitely there. Yeah.
Another, so I left off, I watched the very end of our podcast last week and mentioned that at the end of that I was putting up a response piece to my editor at the Examiner's VR piece about, and the gist of it was, I'm good.
He's a master of suspense.
Yeah. Good Lord. I'm okay. The gist of it was that VR will not succeed without something like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty coming to the platform. And I tried to basically say, it's kind of bullshit.
It's
I don't
VR.
think I buy that.
There's nothing you could put out a pooping simulator and that thing will fly off shelves.
I think that COD and AC and those big franchises will come, but I think that they also need to figure out the right way to do it. And I'm sure that the first edition, one point I brought up is look at the first generation of every hardware console generation we've got. Look at the sports games. How shitty is Madden, then NHL, then FIFA, then whatever baseball game they're probably not making because Sony has a monopoly. They're very, very bad. And then they figure out how to sneak in the rest of the features that you expected. I think what we'll probably see wider adoption with VR quickly, especially Oculus. I think you're going to see things like what happened with the Kinect, even though it's kind of a blight for Microsoft. Like that thing is used in hospitals and it's used in software development, architecture, AI. I'm dying.
Oh, buddy.
It's done in it has a lot more applications than I think we want to admit. Sometimes as gamers in particular, we really focus on. Was that yours?
Yeah.
Was that your phone, CKD?
No, it was my email notification.
Okay.
I forgot to mute my TV.
No, you're
it's
fine.
muted now. It's fine. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I panicked because I knew I muted mine and then thought I had it. It's okay. The commercial applications to me are much more fascinating and kind of cool to read up on. And it brought up my feelings about HoloLens and how I jumped to, well, how is this a gaming thing? And then remember Microsoft showing off the 3D model of a motorcycle and a building and how they're going to probably play pretty hard in the first generation, like first year, on those commercial applications and those developers that won't necessarily be making games. And I think that we do get a little siloed in thinking like, but where are the games? It doesn't matter that much. I don't think we're as important in the discussion of long-term success for VR. I think year one is going to be a little different. Year 2 and 3, definitely. Once we have the Vive, we have the PlayStation VR, we see what HoloLens actually looks like a little bit more fleshed out than what it is now.
Yeah, I think you're going to see HoloLens in those situations where, you know, like you're working and someone goes, well, I don't know what you're doing. I need to see it. And then they're going to be like, okay, put on your HoloLens. And so they're going to put on their HoloLens and then they're going to be able to see what that person sees because it's literally coming off of their face. It's going to be kind of like a GoPro. And then they can like be like, okay, hold on. And they'll pull out their like Wacom tablet or something and be like, okay, here's what you need to do. Go here and, you know, like look at this and look at here. And it's going to show up on their HoloLens of what they're drawing. And it's just going to be right in front of their eyes. And I think the number of applications is going to be pretty huge.
And thinking back now to E3, I'm starting to it's like the end of a Saw movie. Like all these scenes are coming back to me. That was a great point, Brian, because they showed like a person with the HoloLens on tightening a drain, like repairing a drain, but being able to see how their drain pipes are situated and see which way they need to turn whatever wing nut.
Right.
I'm a homeowner and I don't know these terms.
You will.
Yeah, I believe I'll become intimately familiar with this crap.
You're gonna fuck your sink?
What?
Bad joke. Move along.
Can I
Maybe.
fuck your sink?
It's none of your
I said you're
damn
gonna
business.
fuck your sink.
Oh. I was like, Doxy? Sinks?
It's,
Hey.
I mean, to each their own.
I mean, I'm not judging, but sinks?
Okay, I'm blushing pretty good. We can go.
Well,
we
yeah.
can move past
We
this.
have our episode
Well, that-
title.
Doxy's joke goes
It's
down the drain.
Always
Aw.
Oh,
some
that was
embarrassing thing I say is always the time. Every time.
We should just start a timer and then hit a button when it happens because it's happening. So let's speculate wildly. What do you guys think the Vive price is going to be? HTC Valve.
I am never guessing on the price of things ever again.
Nope.
Because I
need a
was way the
commitment.
fuck off. Why don't you guys go first and we prices right this shit? $1, Bob.
1201. You
Like
bitch.
from what I understand, it's like more advanced, right?
Yeah, so the layout, as I understand it, is the headset, which has like a front-facing camera on it as well now, which can kind of help get your bearings. I don't know. It's a camera. But there's also the 2 controllers and the Lightroom setup, or Lightroom, I think, which actually like projects out IR. It tells you where you are in the room and tells the headset where you are in relation to other objects.
That's a lot more involved than I thought it was. 1,500. I think I'm gonna call for all that.
yeah. It's
I think that sounds about reasonable for a bunch of things, right?
Yeah. I think.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I was, man, because I had originally thought when I was thinking the Oculus was going to be like 400, I was thinking like 1,000, but it's, yeah, especially with all the stuff they're throwing into it now. I mean, just listening to like Kanata talk about it on DLC when he came back from CES, talking about how you like press the button and the camera's on the, on the actual headset, like put like a grid around your room and it shows you like what's in the room right then, so you don't like lose focus that you're in the game. Or you can like press it twice and it shows an actual photo of what's happening around you, and but it's like your virtual person holding up a photo of what's happening in the room, and it's just that's some next level stuff. So
Yeah.
1,500 does not sound like a huge leap of faith there.
I think that's the exact number I was thinking. So
Yeah, when I heard about it before, I understood it just to be just the headset, but with a camera in the front so that you could like still see your hands. That was a big deal. I didn't know about all the other stuff because originally I was going to say 700 to 800, but not now.
I'm going to
Sounds
say
a bit
12 just to be different so that hopefully I'm
Yeah.
right and I could be like, I told you guys. I'm
Just
so
trying to
good at
lock us
pricing
into a
things.
price. You're just trying to get
Yeah.
to the showcase showdown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's exactly what it is.
Obviously.
and what do we think
That's
about
because deep
PlayStation
down she
VR?
wants to hug Drew Carey.
Bob Barker. Bob Barker.
Or do you also have a time machine? Is Valve making a time machine?
Be awesome.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean that's.
We'd all fast forward to when Half-Life 3 is released.
Oh, goddamn Half-Life 3.
It's going to be like that episode of Doctor Who where they go to the end of time, is what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And Gabe Newell will be the face of Bo.
I don't watch Doctor Who.
CKD got it.
I did get it.
I
Yeah, you guys are
also
good.
got it.
Good.
Cue the
Oh,
nerd
okay.
rage in the comments though for Joe
Yes.
watching Doctor.
Oh
Who.
yeah, no, totally.
Bring it on. What do we
The
think?
Face of Bo storyline is like my favorite storyline in Doctor Who, by the way.
Yeah, and I didn't spoil anything
So
about it. I just, threw it
Yeah.
out there.
I love the tag on that storyline too. It's just like one little throwaway line. You're like, oh, I like it.
Got it.
Okay, sorry, Joe. What were you gonna
No, it's
say?
fine.
Video games?
Can I come back in?
Remember
like
when we were talking about things that we could all talk about?
PlayStation VR. Let's wildly speculate.
That's gonna be 400.
Think that'd be 4?
I think they kind of have to hit that $400
That one's
mark.
got to be sub
because-
5, yeah.
Yeah,
It has to be.
because they use the words, it's going to be the same price as a console, and the PlayStation 4 came out at 400. It'll be 400.
PlayStation 3 came out at 600.
Yes, I'm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked if they priced it more than their most recent console, though.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true.
I can agree with that. I think 4.
Especially since Sony is master of like making cheap stuff that works. You know what I mean? Like I don't mean to call their products cheap, but like
Right.
they are really good at finding ways to make their shit affordable.
I think a lot of the
fucking good at it.
I think a lot of the thing they do to make their stuff affordable is to just take a huge loss. Didn't the
Yep.
PlayStation 3 take a really, really long time to turn a profit?
Yes.
Like the entire
Because-
lifetime of the product, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 4 is the sweet spot for them, and I know that it's not as advanced as the Oculus, but I guess I'm taking that from comments from the founder of Oculus. So, other comments I've heard have kind of been like it's a very nice, very comfortable, cool experience, but it's not on the level of Oculus and Vive. But I think those are more specialized experiences. I think you're looking at, different models of car, to use a different analogy. You're looking at
Yeah.
Teslas versus, I don't want to say Chevys, but because I think
No, I mean,
it'll
it's
be ahead of that. But
yeah, I mean, it's definitely has that first car vibe to it.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, it's obviously, you get out of college, you don't go and buy, I mean, okay, except for those with a silver spoon in their mouth, but some of us just bought like a nice Toyota, this is what I did. And that's what the PlayStation VR is. And after a while, you might upgrade to, some kind of SUV that, is $30,000-$40,000. And okay, well, you did that. And that's what the Oculus is. And sometimes you buy a Mercedes Benz, and that is a Vive.
You heard it here first. PlayStation VR is a hand-me-down Buick.
man, Buicks make me
Yeah.
laugh.
I love them.
They make me. I like their current marketing.
They're so comfy.
Yeah.
They're fine. I remember my grandma's Buick, and that's how I'll always think of Buick. Like Oldsmobile.
Definitely. Oh, Oldsmobile. I love them. I'm
Right?
sorry. I love old sedans. They're so comfy.
Like
They're
bench
just cozy.
seating, 30 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of time with those. My
Could
grandparents
live
had,
in one of those, man.
My grandparents had Ford Pintos. That was my childhood.
God, it's a wonder you're still alive.
I know.
Ooh.
So I think that's a healthy VR discussion. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Oh,
Oh, sure.
Fargo.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
sure.
I'm gonna be-
You betcha.
I'm definitely gonna be putting time with the Oculus and the Vive this weekend, so
Awesome.
I'll report back on that.
Looking
So
forward to hearing
jealous.
the news.
Send us selfies.
Okay.
If you come
Okay.
back with like a broken nose because you fell, because VR disorients you.
Better have people fucking filming you in those things. I'm
Please.
just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Should I?
I
Well,
mean,
you're gonna be wearing pants because you'll be at PAX.
Will I?
Brian has to go pack
Will
again.
Like, whatever packs, I didn't sign up for pants regardless.
That wasn't
Remember,
in the
name it
TOC.
the name of the convention is PAX, not Pants.
Yeah.
It's not Pants South.
I guess you could cosplay as like a
What, Donald
warrior of
Duck?
some kind. Or Donald Duck.
I just pictured too many wrong things. Let's talk about.
VR is despicable.
All right, let's chat about what we think E3 is going to look like this year, because wild speculation is good for everybody, and it doesn't make anybody mad. The comments are always nice. So EA announced, I think it was earlier today, maybe yesterday. Oh dear God, my face went away. My bad. I messed up the recording. EA won't be at E3 in the same capacity that they used to be. So they are doing a pre-show.
Yeah, a conference.
Yeah.
So they'll do a press conference, so the way I understand it.
Yeah, so they'll still be on the floor, I would imagine, showing off their crap, playing their music too loud from the experiences I've heard. But they
Mhm.
are doing. Is it Sunday? Let me pull this up. Forget my face going away. Got it. EA won't have a press conference. EA's
Press
new
conference.
event is called EA Play. The briefing itself will take place at Club Nokia.
That look was so good.
Right next door to the LA Convention Center, which is where E3 takes place. It's on Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Well, I mean, because we all need more concept art of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mhm.
Man, if they don't show that game like moving, if they don't give us like
Seriously.
15 solid minutes of gameplay, I don't think it's coming this year.
I hope they give you 20 seconds of pre-rendered cutscene.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine the rage?
No, I can imagine people buying it and being like, "That game looks so good," and you're like, "What game? What game
They
looks
haven't
good?
showed you anything yet.
And then
Like, no, I know it's going to be awesome.
Then they'll cancel all pre-orders and make it a mobile title.
Oh,
God, that'd be fantastic.
that hurt my heart.
Everybody get ready for Mass Effect Go.
Hey, I would probably play Mass Effect Go.
I would
Tomb
probably
Raider,
play Mass Effect Go.
Hitman Go is awesome.
Save
The
the
only
universe
problem
on
is-
break at work.
The only problem is you know, like you play the first half of the game in Mass Effect Go, then you play Andromeda,
True.
and it only works if you carry it over.
Yeah. Character
Yeah.
export for 50 Mass Effect points, which you have
Yeah.
to buy in the store.
And because we're all still about that second screen experience.
Mhm.
Listen, there's potential for some of that stuff to be like Battlefield. I think did it really well, where you had the map. You could pull up your map on a tablet while you're playing Battlefield 4. But then,
That's kind of sweet.
right? Yeah,
That's
because
kind
the
of sweet.
only other way to see it is
Yeah.
usually maybe the pause screen or when you're spawning. That's the only other time you can find out where other things are. And if you have a squad of 5 people, you can find out where all of them are and tell them to move towards. But that's for people that are playing a lot more strategically and just probably better than me. Is Brian angry or stuck? Stuck. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about the news that they're not doing the traditional press conference?
I forgot E3 was still a thing.
I You go.
Go.
You keep finishing. You finish.
Okay, keep finishing.
Keep
Mhm.
finishing.
Ever since, and this was a long time ago at this point, ever since they announced they were scaling back E3 to not be like the big spectacle that it used to be, I forgot that it was even still around. I thought that other conventions had taken it over. Then every year it comes out and surprises me, and I'm like, oh yeah, E3 is still a thing. I forgot. That's my feeling on that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just not surprised. That's all I have to say about it.
Mhm.
Okay. I thought there
Everybody,
was some
like
behind
everybody, is just slowly over time giving up on E3
A little
and
bit,
going
yeah.
to the other.
God, it was so
other
hype
conventions.
last year though. Like last year's E3 was so good.
that. Yeah, because I mean, we got Sony had a
Yeah,
killer
well,
show.
well.
Microsoft had a good show. Everybody did decent. The only shitty one was the PC show.
Nintendo had a not so great show.
Nintendo had a rough day.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yeah.
good point. Do we think Nintendo will show up at E3 with the NX?
I don't think so.
I think.
They're at least going to announce it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
I feel like they have to, don't they?
Well, if
Yeah.
they want to hit a holiday release, they're going to have something ready for June. They're going to have to
Yeah.
be able to put it in people's hands and start building that hype. Because if you think about it, June leading to, I mean, you're talking a Fallout release window. And everybody wanted Fallout 4 before Fallout 4 was announced. I don't know that everybody's as excited about the NX after the Wii and Wii U.
hmm
I love my Wii U. I will never stop saying it. I love it.
Yeah, I still wish I had one. I want one desperately.
I still want to play Mario Maker, but I'm not going to spend $200 to play Mario Maker. And
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
other games that you would fucking adore on Wii U, Joe. 100%.
I'm sure there are because I love Nintendo, but at the same time, I have games like I still haven't gotten the Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
We'll get to it, but I've been playing Until Dawn and going back all the way to Uncharted. So, I mean, I got a lot of shit to take care of before any of that. And I know Mario Maker would be a rabbit hole for me, but it's something. I even brought it up to my wife and said, I could probably get rid of our Xbox 360 and just use that little bit of credit or whatever we get, or cash or however we get rid of it to get a Wii U. She's like, meh. And this is coming from her who a year ago played a Wii U and was blown away by how much fun she had with her friends.
That's just because she's had too much time to forget. If she played one yesterday and then you talked about it today, she'd be like,
Yes, do it. Yeah, for sure.
Probably right. Probably accurate. It's a much better still of Brian.
I love it. Oh,
Here's the thing about
Aw.
the NX is
You're
no,
back.
here's the thing. Oh, I'm back. Cool. So here's the thing with the NX. Like, with the way they've pushed back their titles for the Wii U, they kind of have to announce something because otherwise they've been pushing this stuff back for nothing. I mean, because what is their main title coming out is Twilight Princess HD.
yeah. We need some more Zeldos, boys. More
something.
Zeldos.
Either that or they have to announce, say, okay, well, we've decided we're going to put games on the Wii U again. Or they have to announce a new console. Like, it's either got to be one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
When is the Tokyo Game Show?
I guess.
Because isn't that usually more Nintendo's venue for like announcing really, really big things than EA or than E3?
When is Tokyo? I
Let's
think it's
see.
later in the year, like August.
Yeah,
Is it that
I
late?
want to say,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's like early
September 15th through the 8th. This
Why am I the only one doing it now?
Oh,
This was
sorry.
a fun
It's
little
on the
game
sets.
that I loved. Yes.
on the internets.
On the internet. It's
Okay,
all
well,
like
if TGS is that late in the year, then I
just-
don't think there's another really big conference this early in the year other than E3. So maybe. I just always assume Nintendo is going to do anything huge at TGS.
Yeah, that or I mean, I guess it's not outside the realm of possibility for them to just do a direct.
Also, that Nintendo kind of is off doing their own thing as far as announcements,
Yeah,
and it's
Nintendo
working
don't play
for
by
them.
the rules.
yeah, they still get plenty of people tuning in, and that's how it's interesting because that's how news gets out. They don't have these press events.
Mhm.
It's just like, hey,
And you get to see Reggie being wacky.
God, Reggie.
Even if they do it during a direct, like the reason to do it during E3 is because of the amount of mainstream
Yeah.
media
Mhm.
that's there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not just IGN and, Giant Bomb. It's Time and Fox and CNN. Like the big names are there. So that is the time to announce it if you want holiday sales here in North America.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If they were to announce it in say March, they'd show up with a couple playable demos more than likely at E3 because that's also not only a media event, but it's a vendor and buyer event. So your Best Buys, your Target, GameStop, they're there,
Right.
and they want to know what they're going to have in their stores that fall. So
And that's what they did with the Wii U when it was coming out. They just had a bunch of playable tech demos, and they were fun, but they didn't really have any games to play that year.
right. God, Wii Music, man, best E3 presentation ever. Wii Music, look it up. Maybe insert clip here. We'll see if I edit. But remember,
I know I saw it, but I don't remember it.
Oh, it's dude just going crazy in the air with Wii paddles. It's awesome.
You editing. Oh.
Thanks, Brian. Vote of confidence. So
Yeah.
I think that's good for news. Docs, you said you had one thing you've been playing?
Dragon's Dogma.
I'm so jealous.
And-
So crazy dope. So crazy fucking dope. It's like, okay, I know that it sounds weird to say this because I know it's two games that I hype up a lot, but it's like Dragon Age Inquisition and Dark
Good.
Souls had a delicious, delicious baby together. And I love it and I want it mainlined into my bloodstream.
hmm
is
Is
really
it
good.
Dragon Age and Dark? I'd heard that it was. I haven't played it obviously, but I've heard it compared to Fable more than Dragon Age.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I wasn't as into Fable as everybody else, but yeah, it's
Okay.
it's pretty Fable-y.
I
Yeah.
can see that. It's been so long since I played Fable. I played a shitload of Dragon's Dogma on PC, and it's fucking awesome. What's your vocation?
Right now it's me watching Mike. If we're gonna be 100% honest with each other.
So you've been
Uh,
playing
right, yeah.
Co-op.
It's yeah.
couch co-op.
He, the warrior class. The warrior class. Like, is it called a warrior or a fighter?
It's a fighter, but we,
Okay,
we get it.
The fighter.
Yeah.
The shield and sword.
Yeah.
Finer.
So one thing I had not heard. I take that back. I had heard of Dragon's Dogma before this came, but I had not played. Didn't know a lot about it. But then I saw on Reddit something about this doing magic right, and the magic is insane. Don't get me wrong. I played as a mage, but I for some reason didn't really pay attention when I was jumping in for the first like 20 hours with my mage, and didn't know I could change vocation, let alone.
Upgrade your vocation, essentially.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
there were there's 9 total vocations. I thought there were like 3.
Just
thought it
the
was,
three
like-
in the beginning that are offered, yeah.
Yep, thought it was fighter, mage, or ranger. The archer slash
Mhm.
Ranger.
Yep.
But then there's mixture, like basically there's a Venn diagram where there's some sort of mixture of each. I think I
Yep.
ended up
Mhm.
my favorite was a like half ranger, half mage.
I
type.
think that's what I'm gonna do when I possibly play this game for DDC. Possibly, maybe, who knows?
It's good.
That would be a good choice.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah,
this
it's
seems
really
like
hard.
Good.
Other than a Dark Souls, this seems like the best choice for that.
Totally.
It is so satisfying when a large creature comes in just out of nowhere, like you're just running through a field and all of a sudden like this huge thing just drops out of the sky and you're like, what the, and like you are on top of its neck, like stabbing it
Mhm.
while your co-op players are trying to like take it down.
It's brutal. It's satisfying.
It is so satisfying
Visceral,
when that thing
it-
finally goes down.
You guys are
scratches that
killing me.
difficulty itch. It's pretty dope.
It's so
Oh,
good.
yeah,
There's
it's so
so
bad.
many little systems too. Like Brian was
Mhm.
saying, you can jump on enemies and
Yeah.
climb up and take out their head, but some of them, like rock. I think they were rock golems or something like that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They have weak spots you have to aim for. That's when
Mhm.
I thank the Lord I changed my vocation then, because my magic wasn't very powerful for hitting that stuff, but my arrows were, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So
And
good.
honestly, the whole system about going and getting, collecting people, or I forget what they're called now.
Pawns.
Yeah. So going and like getting those and having them help you and like going through different ones and finding ones that fit with you better. Because I had like certain people that I looked for when I went into the void because I knew that they complemented my character well.
Right.
There's also a PC. I'm not sure that this is on the original version, since, like I said, I've only played the remaster
Dark Arisen.
Yeah, there's like you can set up a favorite list and mark pawns, and basically you set up a top 10 and continue to basically
Use 'em.
have an awesome roster of these pawns that complement your playstyle, or are your healer. It's a damn good game.
Yeah.
Damn good game.
It's
And-
very
and-
well thought out and designed.
And it's
And the Dark Arisen content is super good. Like they hit some really good story beats on that. They did a good job with that.
yeah, damn good game.
And then also I want to get Slime Rancher, which I was just looking at. It reminds me of Viva Pinata. And I love
miss
Viva Pinata.
so much.
Is that
I've just
the
been playing it.
Viva Pinata?
Yeah, I got rare replays, so I've been playing Viva Pinata.
I wish they'd put
I
that
have
on
the
Windows
collector's
10.
edition because it's one of my favorite games. I love it so much. I love it.
I have that too in the clear plastic sleeve.
Mine is like shaped like a pinata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe yours is a different one. Mine is like it's a.
Bootleg.
I'll just grab it. This thing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I must have lost the clear plastic sleeve.
Oh,
Bum bum bum.
Hmm.
not saying I take better care of my stuff than you, but
Just saying.
I get too excited about my toys, man. I gotta play with them.
fair enough. Yeah, I wish they'd either put that on some kind of digital distribution or release Rare Replay on Windows 10 because I
Like
want to
I
play
need, yeah, I
it again
need Viva
so
Pinata
bad.
on PC. I need it. I need to have it.
Because it's on PC if you want to pay like $200.
Yeah.
Woof. I don't think anybody wants to do that. I mean,
Like
people like Viva Pinata, but
if I had $200 laying around, I might do it. I'm not kidding. I might do it.
Wow.
that's dedication. So what's Slime Rancher then?
Love me some Viva Pinata.
Yeah, what's Slime
Okay,
Rancher?
I only got a couple minutes to look at it. Like not even a full minute actually to look at it. But you corral slimes, like the slimes from like Dragon Quest or whatever.
Right.
And you ranch them and you can like upgrade their living space, and then there are monsters that come around that try to eat your slimes, and you got to be all no monster, can't do that, I'm gonna kill you. I'm very excited
I'm gonna
about it.
kill you.
Is it as in depth as Viva Pinata was?
I'm not sure,
Oh yeah, you said it only a few minutes. Okay.
but it caught my eye and it makes me think warm gooey feelings about Viva Pinata. It makes me feel the same way, so
Okay.
I will probably have to pick that up.
Now, do you feel like you're going to have to get a hat?
Slime hat.
Yeah, or something to, like a cowboy hat or something to wrangle or your slimes.
No, a slime hat. Just get a slime that goes on your head.
Oh,
Like in Terraria.
or
Yes,
crochet
like in
a
Terraria.
hat. That's a slime that you can.
I could crochet a slime hat easily.
Yeah,
I could do
I'm
that
just
shit
saying.
tonight.
It could be like the Iowa slime head version of the Wisconsin cheese head.
Yeah,
No one wants cheese heads, man. No one.
Everybody wants slime heads.
it's true. It's a market
That
opportunity
is
right
true.
there.
Filling up.
Then you could paint it like a brain slug.
Woohoo!
I could crochet one of those too. I could do it.
Okay, sorry.
Saying.
I was in my own little world for a second.
Send your crochet patterns to Zero Doxy.
Yes. You have no time for anything else. This is your full-time
Yeah.
job now. Is
Crochet is
crocheting.
my life now.
Sorry, Twitch.
Slime hats.
Fun sidetrack was I was just looking the other day at Etsy to see if I could like potentially make any money crocheting video game related stuff and selling it, and it is pretty brutal. It's like you have to charge a lot if you want to make any kind of profit whatsoever for
Oh,
crochet.
I bet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
Woof.
Anyway, sorry, that was just a fun little tangent.
Okay.
It was
CKD,
fun.
what have you been playing?
The only game I've been able to bring myself to play, no, 2 games, sorry. Darkest Dungeon released, and I've been playing that where I can. Like, it stresses me out for some reason. I don't care, because I'll send in a rookie team that I have no attachment to. They don't have any skills or upgrades, but I still get really frustrated by the RNG. But there's like no reason. It's just because it's RNG and it frustrates me. So I play it as much as I can where I can. And it's usually like in little spurts. Like I'll do a dungeon or two and then quit for a few hours and then come back to it when I guess, calm down. But it's really so good. And I'm sure that'll get less once I can upgrade my guys more and like know how the RNG behaves and stuff. Like I get it. I played the game when it was still in beta, so I know exactly what to expect. And it actually seems more balanced now than it even was, which is great because I kind of hated the RNG before.
Game is so dang good.
It's real good, and I love the art style and the voice actor whose name I keep forgetting, something June, Wayne June,
Yep.
as the best voice of all time. And I found out that he does Lovecraft audiobooks, and I want to hear those so bad.
That's amazing.
Don't kid
His
it.
voice
What
is
a
perfect.
perfect gig for him.
So
Oh my
perfect.
gosh.
Okay, that, and I've been playing Mad Max. Mad Max is
Huh.
good. It's good. It's like the same feeling you get from like an Assassin's Creed or Just Cause, just like open world, go do stuff. Except it's Australian and there's cars and everybody's got huge unsightly boils.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the combat is a lot less flourishy, so it's just a lot of punches and knees, but it's still got that like Batman style combat that everything has now, which I'm totally fine with because it's a great combat system. Yeah, it's really good. I've been putting a lot of hours into that.
Wow.
Your response is about what mine was for that game
Yeah,
as well.
almost exactly
Yeah.
what Joe said.
That's good to know. I didn't miss the mark, I guess. What do you think of like the just driving around? Like I thought that world was one of the best apocalyptic wastelands that was still interesting.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly crafted. I love the world. They did a really good job of capturing Mad Max, which is surprising. Like you wouldn't think it would be hard, but then you think about it and you think it would probably be pretty hard to capture Mad Max
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's so specific. And I think they did a really good job. And I'm a little surprised it wasn't a bigger deal than it was because it's not really a movie game, but it's a game
Right.
based on a movie property, and it's really good. Because there's no other Mad Max. It is seriously just a movie game. There's no really other Mad Max
Yeah.
properties in the franchise, but I don't usually hear that game thrown around when people talk about like movie games done right.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree that it's a movie game done right. Have you finished the main campaign?
No, I've been doing what I can to clear out like the bottom half of the map, and I've done everything now in the bottom half of the map except clear out the minefields because that's irritating. So I have to go to Gastown right now. That's the next thing I have to do.
Oh man. See, I know it's a memorable game because I can remember seeing Gastown far off on the horizon, and that's a really
Yeah, I
cool
love
part.
seeing. It's going to be interesting when I finally get there. I've only seen the smokestacks in the distance and being like, I want to go there eventually.
Yeah. Did you see Fury Road?
Yeah, I loved Fury Road.
Very, very
That's
good.
I
good.
loved Fury Road.
And the old movies too, I assume.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
been a long time since I've seen the old ones though.
It's I think this game is a very good addition to that series. Like,
Yeah.
to not spoil anything, it's a good Mad Max story, and it fits pretty much flawlessly. I have some problems with it, but it's a Mad Max story. All of the movies are basically Mad Max has a situation in front of him, he deals with it, and then kind of he's a drifter.
Yeah,
And I'm very happy with the way that they handled a lot of the stuff in that game. They didn't try too hard, which they could have
Mhm.
very easily done.
and I really like how they haven't pulled back on Max himself to make him like friendlier or more likable. Like he's still
Yeah.
He's still
just
kind of a dick.
as
Yeah, he's
just
kind of
as
a dick.
selfish and survivory as he's ever been. It's just that the situations are conducive to him helping.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah.
I will help you because you'll do this in return. And I like that they got that right.
Nice. Cool. Well, continue. Fight the good fight. It's a good game. Is that all?
Yeah.
Cool. Quigs? What you
Yeah.
got?
Lego Dimensions. I've been I for some reason I'm just taking it really, really slow. Like I got through the first two areas in the main campaign, so I went through Wizard of Oz, I went through Simpsons, and then I got the Doctor Who set, so I started so I did like that level, and that
It's like the beginning of Wayne's World
that
2.
level
I was just thinking of the same thing.
design is one
I'm dying. This is too good. Brian, I love
level is can you hear just talking to myself?
you. No, we can hear you, but it's like pretty
I feel
crappy.
like
F-O-O-D-E-Z.
I heard that
I-
groan. I could hear that groan.
Lego Dimensions.
It's so lame that this only happens while you're
It's like
talking.
a real boy.
This couldn't have happened while I was talking that whole time.
Oh,
I'm like,
California.
I'm like so excited to hear about
No,
Lego
no,
Dimensions
it's
too.
not.
I think that he's getting some serious lag and
Yeah.
responding to what we were saying like 1,000 years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, probably. I am. Yeah, no, I don't know what. This is so terrible. All of a sudden, I come back and you're all laughing. I'm like, oh,
Okay, we can see you again.
Well, that's good.
Hey!
Well, or is it?
He's
It
back.
might
And your
be
mouth
good. I don't
is... Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We did
All
it.
right, I caught up. All right,
All right, talk about Lego Dimensions.
Quick.
I'm back from the past. Okay, Lego Dimensions. I love the Doctor Who level. It is they did such a good job on it. The writing is fantastic. They incorporated little bits from different eras and stuff just to and it's all like little gems for Doctor Who fans. Like it is clear that the people who wrote it were huge fans of Doctor Who and wanted to make it the Whovianist level that they could, and they did a fantastic job in it.
Little love letter.
Yes, absolutely. And just the fact that they got Peter Capaldi to do the voice, like to come in and do extra voice work for it, was fantastic.
That's
It's
really cool.
yeah, they did a superior job with that.
Game is really
I
good.
also have the Ghostbusters level, which is not quite as good because they only can use quotes from the movie, which
Mhm.
is fun, but it's not, especially coming right out of the Doctor Who one, which was so crafted
Mhm.
that the playing, the first movie through Lego was fun, but it just didn't resonate quite as much with me as the clearly built for this game level that the Doctor Who one was.
Right.
So I have to bust out. I have the Back to the Future one. I have not opened it yet. I also have the Doc Brown Fun Pack, which I have not opened yet. But there is. So I'm playing. So in Lego Dimensions, like when you're in a world, there are sections that you cannot do, like little things, because you don't have the right character for it. So they're like, all right, these have gold bricks, so you can't break them unless you have, and there's a list. In the Ghostbusters level, there is this drone section, and you cannot do the drone section unless you either have Doc Brown or somebody else. Like there's only 2 people that do it. So I finally have Doc Brown, so I really need to bust open the fun pack so I can go back in the Ghostbusters level so I can do the fun drone thing.
They got you. They got you good.
Oh no, they totally got you.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh no, I am down the rabbit hole. I am so far down, it is not funny. I actually kind of surf Amazon sometimes in the morning just to see if any of them are on sale, so I can
I think
try to
Best Buy
pick
has
them
the
up.
fun packs for half off this week. They're like $7.
Oh?
How many
Yeah, I
packs
thought
do
about
you
picking 'em
not have?
Oh no, I still have tons I don't have.
There's a lot.
But I've already pre-ordered, or I have Benny Fun Pack on back order. I already have the Midway level pack on pre-order, and I am waiting for the Scooby. I don't think the Scooby-Doo one's going to get any lower than $18, so I'll probably just have to suck it up and buy me some Scooby-Doo because I really, really want me some Scooby-Doo. What? The Mystery Machine?
Fuck yeah.
No.
Fuck to the yeah.
I would have said I get it, but I don't.
Glorious Lego.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lego's
so
good.
one thing I do have one complaint. The Batmobile drives like
It's awesome. I kept running over Wild Style
oh yeah, no.
on accident.
That's funny.
I wasn't trying to run anyone over. It just happened that I would try and spin like 90 degrees and end up going 180 and just plowing
And
right
you're
into
just
her.
and you're just
doing
running
donuts.
over. Yeah, and you're just running them over and they're going, You're like, how many times, Gandalf, you just kill them on accident? Because you're just running them over.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been reborn again.
I can't get more white than I already am. I'm already white.
Yeah. So, but other than the driving mechanics are horrible, here's the thing: is the Batmobile's driving mechanics are terrible. The Acto 1 is not terrible. It's not quite as bad. But K9 from Doctor Who, it's like pinpoint accuracy. You can get on top of him and just run around and shoot lasers all over the place, and it works great. So I don't understand how one does not it doesn't move to the next one. I don't understand how the Batmobile drives so terribly when they clearly have vehicles that can drive perfectly fine.
Mm. I really appreciate that you said that like you were in a Godzilla movie.
Trying to follow his mouth to match up to the sounds coming through my
I'm
headphones.
so
That's
excited
what's
for you
coming.
to see this episode, Quig. I'm so
It's really good.
excited.
It's just gonna make me so angry. It's
There
just,
he is. Now you're only like half a second behind.
Nice.
What else?
Resident Evil 0.
Mm-hmm.
So I reviewed it for CoinOp, and it's. You ever just have one of those games